keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with a remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students.
Hello students, today we are going to see the chapter from Science and Technology part 2. Chapter number 4, that is Environmental Management. Students, we have already seen the first part of this topic in which we have covered the topics like ecosystem, relation between environment and ecosystem, where we have seen about ecosystem, ecology and environment. Today's topic, we are going to see the other part, that is environmental conservation, environmental pollution, need of environmental conservation, and the laws which are enacted by the government. Students, as we know, that the environmental balance is maintained through various activities. And when some natural factors of the environments and some artificial factors harms the environment, it creates an imbalance between various factors of the environment and ultimately affects the existence of the biotic factors. So, that is the reason it is necessary to conserve this environment. So, environmental conservation is a practice to conserve the environment where there are certain factors which affects the environment. These factors are natural factors like tsunami, storm, fire, and various factors which distracts the environment naturally, or artificial factors like sewage, pollution, fires. So there are certain natural as well as artificial factors which affects the environment, and because of this the existence of the living organisms has come in danger. Along with this, environmental pollution is also one of those main factors. Environmental pollution, generally contamination of any material in its pollution, is environmental pollution. So, environmental pollution is defined as unnecessary and unacceptable change in the surrounding environment due to natural events or human activities is called as environmental pollution. Now, this environmental pollution can be carried out because of various reasons. Here are few reasons which has been given for which are responsible for environmental pollution. That is industrialization, the number of industries are increasing. Secondly, deforestation, where the forests are being cut down. Unplanned urbanization and population explosion. These are the few factors which are responsible for environmental pollution. Pollution is a broad concept where we have got different types of pollution which we have already seen in the lower classes. That is air pollution, land pollution, water pollution, radioactive pollution, sound pollution, soil pollution. So all these pollution ultimately have adverse effects of all this is on the existence of all the living organisms. And out of this, environmental conservation has become the need of an hour. So that is the reason we are going for the conservation for environment. Now this is necessary to save the planet Earth. Now, to save the planet Earth, there is a need of environmental conservation. So, these are the points which are necessary to conserve the environment, or which is important to conserve the environment. First is to protect the biodiversity. That means by conserving the environment, we can protect the biodiversity. Secondly, to solve the natural and artificial problems. Third, to conserve the natural resources. Fourth, to give quality life to future generation. Fifth, to maintain the balance in nature. And last is to make air, water, and land pollution free. So these are the various reasons for which the need of environmental conservation has become necessary. Today, it is necessary to increase the awareness through education. Today, all the developed countries, developing countries, and underdeveloped countries have accepted the responsibility of environmental protection, and their efforts are in that directions. They have defined the future plans about environmental protection and have constituted certain necessary laws, because they can understand that existence of human, since there is an existence of human, there is interrelationship between human and environment. So there are certain laws which has been enacted by the government, by which their normal people, common people, is not aware about it. Here are certain laws which are enacted by the government. The first is Forest Protect Conservation Act 1980. Under this act, the land conserved or reserved for the forest conservation has been prohibited to use for any other purpose. For this law, permission of central government is compulsory for mining activities. Any person who disobeys this law is entitled to imprisonment for 15 days. Then we have got the laws related to the Environmental Conservation Act 1986. Purpose of this act is to control the pollution and punish the persons or institutes harming the environment. Any person or factory is prohibited by this act from releasing the pollutants in the atmosphere beyond a permissible limit. The person breaching this rule is entitled for either 5 years imprisonment or fine up to rupees 1 lakh. National Green Tribunal has been established in 2010 for effective implementation of environmental related laws. Then we have got certain laws for Wildlife Protection Act in 1972. As per the clause 49A, trading of rare animals has been completely banned. As per clause 49B, use of articles prepared from skin of organs of wild animals has been banned. And as per clause 49C, disclosure of the stock of artifacts made from rare wild animals is compulsory. So these are the various laws related with the forest conservation, environmental conservation, and wildlife protection act, of which the common man should be aware about it. There are certain acts related with the disposal of biomedical waste, e-waste, and sound pollution. There are certain movements carried out by certain organization or certain peoples. For example, Chipko movement, which is carried out by Amrita Devi Bishnoi, in which around 300 villagers died in the protest to save the trees from cutting. So these are the different movements or laws which is enacted by the government, which a common person should be aware about it to protect the environment. Then we have got a story of a small man. A small man called Madhav Molai has done a very big work by of creating a new forest. So this is the story of a small man who himself has built up a forest in 1360 acres of land. For this work, he has been awarded Padma Shri by the government of India. That is, this man has shown a single person, if determined, can establish the whole forest. So that is the reason it is necessary to conserve the environment or to save the environment for our future. Thank you, dear students.